Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Indeed, good morning to you all and welcome to Monday. Fresh start to a brand new week, and dare I say, crop over is almost over because today is the 14th of July. That means we only have a couple more weeks left and then boom, it's all done. Kadir, I know how you feel. But good morning to all of you. I'm Pearson Bowen. Wonderful having you company. Thank you for waking up, turning your TVs on, going also on your streams and joining with us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, cbc.bb. To all of you, thank you and a very good morning. Remember, share the show, tell someone else about us, and bring them along to engage in what we do Monday to Friday, bright and early from 6 o'clock in the morning. So to all of you everywhere, wherever you are in the world, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Just you being there means everything to the world, to us. Also remember, if you know of something or someone whose story you think we need to tell, then you tell us about it. Tell us about it by sending us an email. Our email address is morninbarbados@cbc.bb. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And to all of you, thank you. How was your weekend? What did you get up to? Yesterday, pandemonium. But I must tell you, Damien, you and that legacy band, boy, were you all beautiful indeed. So if you're among the over 20,000, they say, at the Botanical Gardens on Sunday, boy, was pants sweet for days indeed. And I hope you had a really good time. It's good to know that everyone was safe as well. Also on Friday, we would have had the Panyard Lime there at the Botanical Gardens. That too was well subscribed. And to all of you who went out today and went out yesterday and went out the day before, you had a good time. Oh, yes. And then there was Fusions at Elara Court. That, too, was spectacular. You know, the people who went all came away with great review. And so to all of the organizers, particularly the NCF, well done. Well done indeed. We had a wonderful pan weekend. Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We had a good time. So crop over is almost over. There's still a few more things to do. So for those of you who are still making your plans, you don't have a lot of time. Take off and get it done here as soon as possible. All right. It's Monday. I'll start this morning's show with a riddle. I'll actually ask you to give me a call on 228-5562 or 228-5563 if you're so bold to answer for me. Only one color, but not one size. Stuck at the bottom, yet easily flies. Only one color, but not one size. Stuck at the bottom, but easily flies. What do you think that is? Who or what am I? 228-5562. or 228-5563. Only one color, but not one size. Stuck at the bottom, but easily flies. What am I? 228-5562 or 228-5563. Call me now and you let me know. Cool? I'll wait on you. I will actually sit here and wait on you, and whatever I'm saying, I will interrupt myself to take your call. 228-5562 or 228-5563. Now, coming up today, we want to take a look at the Barbados Cadet Corps, in particular one of their subunits, the Sea Cadets, and what is it that they're doing and how are young people benefiting from the developmental programs thereof. Can't wait to talk to them in just a little while. Now, the familiar sound of a Bajan accent when you are abroad means a lot. Immediately you connect. It's almost like a magnet. You're drawn to it immediately. But when you tell all of those who sound the same, who sound like a Bajan to come together, boy, are you in for a good time. And so recently there was one of those big Bajan days in New York. We'll talk to the folks a little bit about what that meant and how it went as well. Saturday coming up was, well, Saturday last was Caribbean Literature Day. And there's a young man by the name of Antonio Corbin, who is himself a spoken word poet and much more a rapper. Indeed, and so he'll come by to talk to us a little bit about the significance of writing and reading and what Caribbean literature today means to him as well. We'll also today be looking ahead at St. Philip. I'm waiting on your call. 228-5562 or 228-5. Oh, they tell me now. They tell me now that unfortunately I would not be able to connect with you by phone today. I only now learned this, and I do humbly apologize to all of you. I was so looking forward, like you, to hearing your voice and to tell you that you're wrong. I know I don't have the opportunity. It robbed me of that. But we shall continue and we shall press ahead and have some really good fun today. So we'll also today be looking ahead at what else is expected this week and the rest of the month in St. Philip when the organizers join us this morning. Sunday coming though is CPL Wellness Day. Have you heard of it? You haven't? Well, there's going to be a wellness day and a wellness activity happening at the Usain Bolt complex. Spinny will be by because he's the ambassador. He'll talk to us a little bit more about what is going to be happening on Sunday at the Usain Bolt complex and why we all should be there. Also this morning, the farmer, the singer, the chef, the everything sweet potato will be in with us right here on Mornin Barbados. I know I'll leave it right there hanging in your consciousness. Who could he be talking about? Gotcha, right? I'll tell you in just a little while this morning indeed. But we have a lot to get to, so what I'll do, I'll take a break right here and we'll get going in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Now we're 9 minutes after 6 o'clock. Let's take a look at the Barbados Cadet Corps. You know them so well. We actually love to see them on parade. And we've also seen over the years the development of our young people through the Barbados Cadet Corps. But there's so many other subunits of the Cadet Corps other than simply what we see to the naked eye. And so we want to take a look today at the Sea Cadet subunit. And joining me this morning as we delve a little bit further into what they do and why it's so important for our young people to be a part is Commander David Dowridge. He is the Commandant. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Major Pedro Drakes is the Cadet Executive Officer. That sounds very official.
Yes, it is, sir. Good morning to you.
And I will find out from you in just a little while what that means, indeed. And then we have two ensigns with us, two of our young people from the Sea Cadet Corps. We have William Morris and Zaria Hinkson. Both of you young people, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Morning Barbados. Commandant, Talk to me a little bit about the Barbados Cadet Corps and the range of subunits that you do have and how people can be a part.
Well, the Barbados Cadet Corps is all about the development of young people, and we're using the program with a military bias, no doubt, to develop the character, integrity, discipline, etc. of young cadets. And see, cadets, that's one area that we're really expanding fairly well over the last few years. But we include things like infantry cadets, training, and medical units, catering, etc. And we're now expanding also into engineering, technical group, including things like drones and cyber, etc.
So it's more than just marching.
It is more than
and camping.
Marching. It is more.
It's much more than that, but it's developmental for the young people. But you stayed with it.
I did. Oh goodness. I stayed with it for over 50 years.
Pulls that on you just now.
Embarrassing.
No, not be embarrassed at all. But there has to have been a reason why you stuck with it.
Well, it's beneficial to me as a person, and again, your development and character, etc. It gives you opportunities to travel, to meet people, to network, and to grow as a person. I think that's it's probably the least expensive way to teach young people how to be ready for life and adulthood, etc., and to make a contribution to the country.
This is a lived example of someone who has been in the Cadet Corps. The other one is the executive officer. Talk to me a little bit about what that means, Major Drates. What is the executive officer's role?
Well, the executive officer's role really involves the holistic management of the Barbados Cadet Corps, its day-to-day operations, strategic planning. So I have a full plate of responsibilities, and that is with respect to answering to the Chief of Staff, as the Cadet Corps falls under the umbrella of the Barbados Defence Force as a youth organization, youth wing.
That makes your day rather interesting.
Quite
But
interesting.
it also puts on your plate the responsibility for the growth and expansion of the Cadet Corps as well. So how have you been going about doing that, and how successful has it been?
Well, we continue to expand the Cadet Corps, and the Cadet Corps is really about youth development. We have a focus on leadership and discipline. So at the end of the day, we seek to produce those cadets and transform them from children to responsible corporate citizens of Barbados. And we provide those programs for them to gain those life-changing experiences.
One of the subunits is a Sea Cadet subunit. What happens then?
The Sea Cadets, they have a focus on the maritime part of the program. So we provide them with programs such as the SOLAS, safety, SOLAS.
That's an acronym?
Yes, please.
Break that down for me.
Safety of life at sea.
Okay.
So we provide them with those types of activities, the rules of the sea, blue economy, the responsibilities of maritime, in the maritime environment. So they have those activities and experiences so that they are aware of what maritime responsibilities are. And we also provide them with career opportunities, because at the end of the day, we want to ensure that our cadets have the experiences and pathways to professional development and careers.
Would they have to have a love of the sea or things maritime to be in the Sea Cadets, or you can just enlist to be a part of it?
Well, mostly if persons are interested in a career or activity in maritime, we encourage that. You don't necessarily have to be a swimmer or of anything of that nature, because one of the programs that we try to expand on is everyone learning to swim.
Everyone has to learn to swim.
We try to focus on getting that. We're island. So persons learning to swim, that is one of our mandates that we try to enforce.
Okay. Ensign Morris, how long have you been a part of the Sea Cadets now?
I've been a part of the Sea Cadets for coming up 7 years.
7 years. That means you started a little while ago now.
That's in 2018.
Since 2018, you've been a part of it. And so what is it that triggered your interest in becoming a Sea Cadet?
What triggered my interest was actually my mother. Because before I was a Cub Scout in the Cub Scout band. So I was actually interested in playing drums. But during the summertime, I really didn't have anything doing. So my mother found
something for you to do.
Something for me to do. So it was Sea Cadet. So they were actually training down St. Anne's Fort for the upcoming year. So I wasn't really interested per se to become a Sea Cadet, but after the coming weeks of actually training, I was very interested in becoming.
What changes in you have you noticed over those 7 years?
I've noticed that I've been more confident myself, because before I was shy, because I was just a young Cub Scout, but being more advanced and also it helped me with leadership skills, and also teamwork building.
Zaria, women in cadets, first of all, one, and women as Sea Cadets. Talk to me a little bit about what your perspective is on that.
Well, I don't think it's particularly a perspective. Now, since the Sea Cadets have expanded, the numbers are a lot more equal. So there is definitely equal opportunity for both males and females in Sea Cadets. But yes, I would say that there's definitely equal.
I knew you could handle that question. That's why I asked you. So talk to me about what interested you in being a part of the Sea Cadets.
Well, similar to Mr. Morris, I was a Brownie. And during one of the National Independence Day parades, I was on parade and I witnessed the Barbados Cadet Corps. I wasn't particularly interested in Sea Cadet at first, but when I witnessed the Barbados Cadet Corps, I was like, whoa, I want to join that. So I went through the century recruiting, and in January 2020, I joined Sea Cadets.
So for 5 years now, you've been one of the Sea Cadets. What have you learned so far? Not just about you, about what the Sea Cadets do.
Well, we do a lot of maritime training in maritime environments. We have our trainings at Coast Guard. We, as Mr. Drake said, we engage in a lot of SOLAS training, along with navigation, swimming, rules of the road, a lot of maritime operations that we will learn, especially for those who seek a career there.
What advice would you give to young people like yourselves to be a part, not just of the cadets alone, but specifically into the subunit known as the Sea Cadets?
I would say, even if you are a little wary at first, and I know some people might be wary of the cadet environment, give it a try. You may not know or understand at first why things are happening as they are, but it is definitely developmental. It will aid you not only in school or in life, but throughout. As the Commandant has said, he's been here for a very long time and he has benefited from the training he went through, everything that he went through. It will aid you.
Commandant, I saw your reaction.
Yeah.
A very long time, the phrase. All right, but you've been there for a little while. So because you know it well, when you listen to these young ensigns talk a little bit about what they've been through thus far, how does that make you feel knowing that you've been a part of the development of cadets on the island?
Well, it makes me feel very good. It also tells us that it seems to be working, the program where we can develop youngsters from 10, 11, 12, and then we find children or young people who are ready to take on the world, who are ready for careers if they choose in the maritime industry or elsewhere. Many of our youngsters go on to get scholarships and become doctors, lawyers, the general type of employment areas. But self-esteem, discipline, pride, the ability to speak and to communicate, those are the types of things we see. And I think that young Morris and Hinson are examples of the success of the program.
Is it time consuming? How much of my time or the youngsters' time is devoted to developing themselves in that area, subunit?
Well, it's a 24/7 operation. Everyone thinks about it, but we see them generally on weekends. Okay. On Saturdays, they'll find themselves at the Pelican base where they undergo the training. But it's all about the sea and its lore and the story, and understanding that to swim from point A to point B is more than just bringing your arms over. It's in fact fitness. It's about discipline, it's about teamwork, etc. So using that maritime environment to develop is really what it's all about, and that takes some time at sea, at the Coast Guard base, but when you're home on the weekends, you're studying, reading, etc. and Googling. It's there.
See, he's kept relevant. Indeed. And so, Ensign Morris, how did you feel giving up your weekends to be out to sea, and to be training as a Sea Cadet?
As I said already, on Saturdays I was a Cub Scout, but at the time I really didn't have any activities going on, so my Saturdays were actually freed up. So I really didn't have any.
You like being busy.
I love being busy.
You actually love being busy. And did you know how to swim, or were you had your sea legs before you became a Sea Cadet?
When I became a Sea Cadet, I actually knew how to swim before, but to be a Sea Cadet, you don't have to know how to swim. We will teach you how to swim as Sea Cadets.
And you didn't get seasick or anything like that?
Not at all.
It's because I can't join, because I get seasick. So Zaria, talk to me, what about you? Were you prepared for the sea, or were you one of those people, young people growing up, that you just looked at the water and thought, I'm naturally a fish, I can get into that and not a problem?
Well, I didn't have any formal training before, but as Mr. Morris said, we were taught. So if you are a swimmer, you were allowed to go in the water without your life jacket. If you are confident, if you are a non-swimmer, you will put on a life jacket and they will guide you through.
So always support, always support.
Always support.
And so, Major Drace, talk to me a little bit about how you're working, and I've heard these young people talk about it. I know that there are other young people watching today who are thinking, no, particularly they're on holiday, they got a lot of time with their hand. How can they get their feet into the water to start the process of becoming one of the cadets, and then later on the Sea Cadet?
Well, we have a structured program, and it starts with the recruitment phase. So they go through a process of learning the basics of foot drill, discipline, navigation. So they learn these basic things, and the program runs for a couple of months, and at the end of that they pass off the square, and then that commences their journey with the assignment. So it's a central recruiting process. So some go to the infantry and the others go to the maritime, the Sea Cadets. So once they have completed the recruiting, they are eligible to enter into the Sea Cadet if they're so desire.
Okay, so Sea Cadets is one subunit. What other subunits is this, you said?
We've got a medical unit, the infantry, what one would consider the average, the normal cadetting, infantry unit, the medical unit, catering, band. We've got a very significant band, and we are at the embryonic stage of developing a technical and engineering unit which involves in the computer, robotics, drones, etc. So that's where we are now. That's where we are now.
Modernizing, it sounds like in my ears.
Oh yeah. Keeping a pace. One way to get the attention of the young people is to do the type of things that they really enjoy. It's interesting. We just celebrated 120 years of the Barbados Cadet Corps, the oldest youth organization like this in the Caribbean, and the Sea Cadets were started in the early 1990s, really expanded and exploded in terms of numbers. It is the most popular by far component of cadetting. So it's a wonderful environment to train young people, and in fact the young people have taken to the Sea Cadet division.
That's fantastic. Ensign Morris, your career goals, do they align with what you're doing in the Sea Cadets? Not necessarily. You don't have to be perfect.
Not necessarily.
But do you see any opportunities coming out of your experience in the Sea Cadets?
Yes, of course. Yes, I have a lot of opportunities coming out of the Sea Cadets, especially discipline and leadership, because I don't want to be in the maritime space. I actually would like to be a civil building and civil engineer when I grow up. So some qualities that I learned on a Saturday, discipline and team building skills, these actually help me in being able to work in the wartime force when I get there.
Ensign, what about you? Have you aligned any of your career goals with what you're doing in the Sea Cadets?
Well, similar to Mr. Morris, I do not want to join back with maritime operations. However, once I have finished my studies, I'd like to return as a reserve officer. So maybe in the not too distant future, but not right now.
You're very determined to stay with this.
Yes.
And that is so good to hear as a woman. I'm sorry, I don't mean to put gender into all of this, but to hear that these young people are saying that they are committed to this organization to be able to further develop and to help other young people develop. I know that means a lot to you.
It does, and that's what it's all about. That's why we get up in the morning and try to lay on decent programs, etc., to keep them interested and focused on cadetting and their own development.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's about them.
Yeah. Major Drakes, if I started as a Sea Cadet and I wanted to switch to another subunit, can one do so?
Yes, you can. We have the facility, and as they would have alluded to, persons come from the infantry and they join the cadets and vice versa. So if you have an interest in either, we facilitate the process by making the transfers for the cadets.
All right, so the cohorts that you're looking to bring in now are 11 to 18 years old, or are for anybody? Little old me, can I still join?
Well, we have...
That sounds like a no.
Yeah.
Say that no, but...
No.
Go
Yes,
ahead.
we have the age range from once you enter the secondary school level, and we allow cadets to continue up until they complete their tertiary education, because we prefer to have them with us and provide that area of training, those experiences, until they are ready to move into the employment field.
But the fact, though, that you may not join as a cadet from 11 to 18, we are always, we've been asking adults who can make a contribution to the cadet program to do so. So there are opportunities if you're
little old
interested for little old you.
You got to repeat it?
No, apologies.
That's all right. So there are opportunities.
Yeah.
Would you consider being a reservist as well?
Yes, I would consider being a reserve, but it's not on my plate right now, but I would consider it in the near future.
Sounds as if you guys are on a good thing here. It sounds like a really, really good thing.
But for what it was worth, 50 years ago, I didn't think I would do it either, but
Yeah.
50 years later, so.
So there you go.
A
So
work
you
in
never know.
progress.
You never
You
know.
never know. You never know. But the bug has bitten, which is why you're here and why you're in that subunit as well. And that's really fantastic. You're two shining examples of what is possible. And I hope that our young people watching today, parents, you too, get involved. Look at these young people and see their development. See how well spoken they are. Ensign Morris saying how he was shy. That's a shy young man, you got to be kidding me. And so you see the developmental work that goes into those young people when they join the Barbados Cadet Corps. These two other gentlemen sitting across from me are also lived examples of what's possible when you do so. So I want to encourage you to contact the Barbados Cadet Corps. And so Major Drakes, how can people contact you? What's the route? Do we go to a school and say, I want to be a part of a cadet corps, or do we come to the Barbados Cadet Corps and say, I want to be a cadet?
Mostly through the schools. We advertise through the schools,
Right.
but we also facilitate persons coming to the cadet headquarters, as there is an independent company, which are those tertiary institutions and schools that do not have a school-based cadet division.
Right.
So we facilitate both processes.
So either through the school or come directly to yourselves, and you can help us from there. This is brilliant. Thank you, gentlemen and lady. Thank you so very much indeed. Commandant, Commander David Dowridge, Major Pedro Drakes, Ensign William Morris, and Ensign Zaria Hinkson. They're all here with us because they are important cogs in the wheels that turn our society. And so the opportunity is there for your youngster as well to be a part of it. The Cadet Corps is more than just marching. It's more than just being on the sea. There's so many other subunits in which your child could be developed. And so we want to encourage you to contact the Barbados Cadet Corps or contact your school and find out how you can join this exciting journey through your life indeed. All the best indeed to everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian.
We see Bajans that look like us, we have a good time. And when Bajans just simply come together, we have a ball. And so joining me this morning are 3 Barbadians who are afar. And they're going to talk to me now about the Bajan Day in New York. I want you guys to introduce yourselves. I'll start with the lady in red. Could you tell me? Good morning.
My name is Diane Haywood.
I'm sorry, could you say it again?
My name is Diane Haywood.
All right, production crew, I'm struggling just a little bit here to really make sense of. Okay, say it again now. Go ahead.
My name is Diane Haywood.
Diane. Okay, is that Orlando in the middle?
Yes, sir.
Orlando Heights. Good to see you. And across from you is?
Grace Lovell.
All right, welcome to Barbados. And you are all in New York, right?
Yes, we are.
Great. Talk to me a little bit about what has the event gone, Bajan Day, by the way. Has that gone or is it to come?
Yes, it was on Saturday, and everybody had a really good time there.
So where was it?
It was in Canarsie Park.
All right. So Grace, talk to me a little bit about what it means to you to be a Barbadian in New York and meeting other Barbadians who sound like you, people who you probably know, and having a day just for yourselves.
Well, on Bajan Day, meeting people, other people that you haven't seen for a long time, you know, it's very excited. You know, when you see somebody say, hey, I haven't seen you for such a long time. And, you know, the Bajan Day gets and bring out a lot of other vendors and stuff like that, and people that you haven't seen for long from different states like Boston, Connecticut, Florida. So it's a good time we have at that day.
Sounds that way. Diane, what about you? How was it for you on the day on Saturday when you met up with your people from elsewhere?
Oh, it's always wonderful because I've seen people that I haven't seen for a long time, although I was here for years. So, and the only time you meet people that you haven't seen is at Bajan Day.
Was there Bajan music, Bajan food, Bajan everything?
Yes.
So what was the kind of food that was available for folks when they came?
Oh, you have conkeys, you have sweet bread, you have turnovers, you have fish cakes, you have flying fish, we had dolphin, we had all the Bajan stuff. We had
We also
barbecue, pigtail, all those things, pudding and sauce, all those things that you get in Barbados, we had here on Saturday.
I don't understand y'all, you know, we eat cookies in November here, but you eat cookies at any time of the year there.
Remember, there are a lot of people here who don't have cookies at all.
Yes.
So they come to Bajan Day, a festival, a Bajan festival, and they're able to get all those things. It's wonderful. That's what they come for. People come from all in Connecticut, all in Canada, because all areas where you live in America is not a West Indian. You might live in a place where it's not really West Indian, and you don't necessarily get the food. So on Bajan Day, it's the best day to come out and get all that you've never had for a very long time. And it was wonderful. And we do cook good food. So when you come to our stall, you did have the best food ever.
Hi, girl, I like it.
You're talking to the cooks. These are the two cooks that you're talking to.
No problem. So I struck on the right chord. Orlando, I heard there was clear way through a walk-up competition.
Yeah.
Yes, there was a walk-up competition, yes. Bajans walk up every time. Bajans have to walk up. That's part of our culture. So that was a surprise.
Tell me about that one. How was it? Was it really well subscribed?
Yes, I think it was. I think they could do a little more with the entertainment. That's the only part I don't like about it. But the day was great. People enjoyed themselves. It was really great there.
Wow. How many years have you been doing this now, Grace, pulling together this Bajan Day?
This was our first time that we did Bajan Day as a stall. We tried our hand at Q on the community a couple of weeks ago. So, but we get a good response. We said we were going to get a stall for Bajan Day and try that as well.
How do you
And
go
there's
about?
another one community that's coming up on the 30th of August, and we're going to do that as well.
Did y'all talk to CBC about having these queues in the communities? Answer yes or no. Yes or no.
They're just the vendors. They're just the vendors.
Fair enough. Fair enough. In terms of getting the word out about the activity, how does that work? How do you make sure that people hear about this?
It's on the radio, and then they print flyers. It's spread all over. WhatsApp, Facebook,
all those things.
YouTube.
Wow.
It's spread out there.
They do good advertisements for it. Yeah.
Well, that's good. Is it difficult, though, to get Bajans to come out and come together? Because, you know, there's some other nationalities, there's some other people in the region who find it very easy to slap the finger and they're there. And Bajans are sometimes a little bit more reserved. Are Bajans really coming out and really coming together on Bajan Day?
Bajans come out and support. I have to say that on these days when you have these festivals and stuff like that, a lot of people come out to Bajan Day and come out to other festivals because it's peaceful, there's no violence. You know, you want to come to something where you're not going to have any violence or anything like that. I mean, things do happen, but it's a very peaceful day. Everybody celebrate, have fun, no violence, nothing like that. And, you know, that's what it is. So people usually come out and support our festivals.
Well, that's good. Grace, what about the sweetbread and the mobby and so forth? You had that too?
Yes, we had so many things. We
Just
had
asking.
sorrel, we had mauby, we had ginger beer, we
Wow.
had cassava corn, coconut bread, cookies, we had red fruities, plus malt. We had everything that was Bajan.
I bet you
So
didn't
we
have a
had
snow cone.
we had bread fruit cocoa, milk cocoa, rice and peas, we had ground fries. We had the whole list that you could think about.
Right, but that is it. That's the, but you did not have the snow cone.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was there.
we didn't have it. We didn't have it at our store.
Showing off on me now. You're showing off on me. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, can you see this
was
on your
Barbados
screen?
in New York.
Marcia Rock, who says she's a Bajan fun day was massive. She says, I really enjoyed myself, Bajan to the bone. This is one of the Bajans living out there. So I know you may not know her, but she was saying she had a good time. Patricia Ben says it was a fantastic day. We had fun all day. And so that's wonderful to hear. So you're onto a good thing here. What about the music? What were the big songs that you were hearing?
I think a lot more can be done with the entertainment, but you know, that's not our part of it, so we don't have no control of that. But I think they need to do something with the entertainment part of it.
We have a lot of Bajans here who is in the music business and calypsonians and stuff like that. They can use some of them at Bajan Day.
Right. So are you going to give the organizers a little word in the air? Diane?
Yeah, I think somebody needs to talk to them about the entertainment part of it. That's the only part that wasn't that great, but otherwise people had fun.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So Diane, do you get a chance to listen? Are you listening to this year's crop over music?
Sometimes.
Diane, you're not doing well enough.
I know, but you know, it's not. I do listen.
You do listen. Do you have
I
a
do
favorite?
listen. I like lyric 911.
Stop, girl. Behave yourself. I know you would say something like that. I know you would say something like that. What about you, Grace? I'm Diane, sorry. What about you? What's your favorite song so far?
I like 911 too.
Orlando, so we can get off 911.
I'm entertainer, so I'm going to put my music out there. The source. The source is my #1 song for this year. Because you need to spread the word and get things going the right way. So the source is my #1 song.
Right. Would you consider coming home for Kadooment, Grand Kadooment?
I'm going to be there.
You'll be here?
I'm going to be there. Yeah, I'll be there.
Grace?
No.
Diane?
I'm not saying a word.
Fair
I
enough.
might be there because my son has an Airbnb there, Fairview Heights, and I do the cooking there sometimes. So when I'm there, if they have functions or anything, I usually cater for that. So I might be there for crop over because the house is going to be full.
You don't rest at all, girl. So Diane, what parish are you from in Barbados? What parish are you from?
Say that again? St. James.
St. James. Orlando.
St. Thomas. Hailey B. St. Thomas.
St. Thomas. And Grace?
I'm from Christchurch.
Listen, your regathering is coming up. Your regathering is coming up.
Yes,
So you
yes, it
better
is.
plan your trip, book a ticket to come by we, okay? And really gather for regathering this year. Say it again to me, Dan. Go ahead.
We're all going to be there for our gathering.
Wonderful. That is fantastic.
As Archie Miller said, Archie Miller said we bought our bags of pot.
Listen, you guys are such fun indeed. But you know, when we sound like each other, it's so much easier to connect. When we look like each other, it is even better to connect. And when we connect with food, boy oh boy, do we connect.
Yeah,
and so
the fish cakes are off the hook, man.
Can't beat it, can't beat it indeed. You know, it's so lovely to meet each of you this morning, you know, Diane, Orlando, and Grace. Thank you so much for joining us from New York and keeping your Bajan flame alive. By the way you do what you do, the way you speak, don't lose that accent for nothing.
No,
don't lose
never.
it.
Never.
To the bone.
To the bone, indeed. Well done, indeed. Thank you so much. All the best to you, all right?
Okay, same to you.
You're
and good morning again, Barbados. Have a nice time.
Likewise. Thank you so very much. Thank you very much. Grace, Orlando, and Diane joining us from New York. They just came out of Bajan Day there, and so they had a good time. I thought we had a good time talking to them too. We'll take a break here. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
16 and a half minutes now to go to 7 o'clock as we turn our attention to the other people in Barbados who create written word, but they speak it at the same time as well. And so if you recall on Friday when we were talking to Dr. Yvonne Weeks, we were talking about how else do we get written word out. And she talked about spoken. She started herself as a rhythm poet, and all the rest of it turned into then being an author. And so here we are now with Antonio Ayabad Corbin, who himself is a spoken word artist. And so good morning to you, welcome.
Good morning, thanks for having me on the show.
You're very welcome. Your name, what that means, Ayabad.
So, my nickname is Bad Man.
Bad Man.
Bad Man. They gave me that name because, like, you know, I always saying on the carnival myself, like, isolated from everybody. So everybody's like, who's this Bad Man? And then we was out in the time, and one of the guys there, he was like, I don't like that name for you. You should change it to Ayabad. That sounds a little better. So then from there, I just kind of stick.
From then on, and are you okay with it?
I mean, I'd rather Ayabad than Bad Man.
True, fair enough. So you were always the quiet one in the corner?
Yeah, pretty much. Even like from my friends when I was like home in St. Thomas growing up, to like just being in like some family settings and stuff too. Like if you catch me talking, it's because I'm comfortable in our setting. But other than that, I always quiet. even from school days.
So when people see you doing spoken word, they go like, huh?
Some people will know me from doing spoken word at school. That was a part of the drama club at Lestavon. And then others would never think that I would probably be doing
Would
this.
get to do that in the first place.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that now makes you rather interesting because here it is, the quiet young man, and then there's the other side of you.
Yeah.
The Jekyll and Hyde, so to speak.
Yeah.
Which one do you prefer, the quiet one or the spoken word one?
I like the best of both worlds. That's the best way to describe
The man in the middle, the
Yeah.
man in the middle.
Yeah.
Fair enough. How long have you been doing this now?
I've been doing this quite a while. If I count in from the time I did poetry in school, and then like when I actually started working, like into the world of work, I took a break from music, poetry. I was just focused on dealing with stuff. Yeah, but I would say from as a part of poetry, from last year to now. Yeah, but overall, like writing from my younger days in adolescence to this adult age. Yeah.
What inspires you to write?
I just draw my inspiration from many different places. It could be life experiences. It could be somebody going through something that would cause me to write on it. It would be something that I going through that may in turn inspire somebody. But I wouldn't necessarily limit it to one particular aspect because you could draw inspiration from being uninspired.
Sometimes you look at rhythm spoken word artists and you think they're so troubled. Would that be fair?
I mean, every artist got their own individual struggles or, their own stuff that does go on behind the scenes. So I wouldn't necessarily say that. What I would say though is that I find, and somebody brought this to my attention recently too, when it comes to spoken word, it's always from like the same topic of like aggression and yeah.
Go ahead, you understand what I'm saying there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I believe that, because even as a part of poetry, I've seen different artists come and like share different perspectives. So it's not always from the sense of like oppression and we talk about slavery and but because it's rooted in that, I find that you would get that in regards to people talking about the art form.
So you all talk about love?
Yeah, talk about different subjects. Up to Thursday, we had a battle. So it was different subjects. It was crime and war, poetry, fetting, race, and mental health. Mental health was my subject, and I had won my battle. Yeah.
Oh, well done. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
I want to look at Caribbean Literature Day, Caribbean literature. Were you one of those growing up who would read a lot, or not really?
Yeah. I had a whole collection of Lady Bird books that my mother had for me.
Yeah.
In secondary school, I had developed an interest in Enid Blyton. And from young, I always used to like reading, like animal books particularly. Yeah, and then encyclopedias, yeah.
Right. Have you ever read a book called Catcher in the Rye?
No, I've heard about it, but I've never read it.
What have you heard about it?
It's
Just
a good
heard about
book.
it?
That's a good book.
Just heard the name, Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah.
Because these were part of my literature experience at school. You had to do Catcher in the Rye, we had to do Shakespeare, Pride and Prejudice, and on. I mean, these are probably titles they thought that those also old-fashioned.
I would say so, not to cross you, because I did Shakespeare at school too. We studied The Taming of the Shrew, Macbeth, and The Merchant of Venice.
See?
Yeah.
There you go. No, you did some solid work in there. And so when you read from those proses, what do you see about life?
You could elaborate on our question a little further.
Because when you read, what are you looking for? You're just reading for entertainment, or you're reading to understand a system? Are you reading to understand, life in total?
I guess for me, just reading to gain the knowledge that's there within the book.
Okay, and that's what you do generally.
Yeah.
For me, sometimes when I read, I'm trying to understand the complexities of life. Life has all these twists and turns, and then you see how they intersect and how you can get out of it. And that's how I tend to read. I tend to read in those like that. So I was just curious as to how you read.
Okay.
So now that I've explained it that way, what do you say?
Depends on the scenario. I recently started listening to audiobooks, self-help books and stuff to just go through my day-to-day.
Okay.
And then other times I'd be reading to enhance on certain things. There's a book, two books that I got when I was on the Logos last year. The 7 Perspectives of Effective Leadership and Writing for Impact. And I've been reading the two of those recently. The Writing for Impact has helped my writing in a bit more depth. And the 7 perspectives of leadership, of effective leadership, I would say that helps you understand a bit more of the workplace environment, especially if you're thinking of becoming your own boss or you thinking of running an organization. It shows you the do's and don'ts, how to interact with your employees, as opposed to just making decisions as the person overseeing everything. Yeah.
Developmental indeed.
Yes.
Now you said you won a battle at the weekend, and your theme was mental health.
Yeah.
And how was the battle done? Did you have to spit it off the top of your head, having pulled a piece of paper and said, "Oh, dear, mental health, let me talk about this," or was there a piece that you had already crafted and created?
So, true story, I actually finished that piece the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an hour before the show.
So it was fresh.
Yeah.
And so, when you delivered it, you had to obviously deliver it in a way that made the judges believe that you were the winner.
Yeah.
What do you think made your presentation of it so special?
I would just say having the confidence within the piece itself, and everything I write was true. From me talking about like life experiences that I was going through, how it affected my mental health, and how I see other things around me or other people being affected by similar things, and just being in the moment.
Being authentic to yourself.
Correct.
How many verses is that piece?
It was one verse.
That one piece was just one verse?
Yeah, one verse. I tried to match the time that we had to do it. It was supposed to be 3 minutes and 30 seconds. My performance was 4 minutes and 57 seconds.
So you were penalized, but still was.
I didn't repeat lines. I would say like I jumped ahead of some of the lines, so then I got it mixed up. I guess it's just all the elation and the excitement in the room.
I want to give you the time to do that piece if you don't mind.
Sure.
Can you remember it? What is it called?
I didn't give it a name.
It is still to be named. A piece on mental health by Ayabad Antonio Corbin. Just go ahead, read it for us.
All right, no problem. So the theme they gave me was mental health. Let's talk about it. But before I continue, let me get a brief moment of silence. Wait, y'all hear that? Exactly. Because when it comes to this subject, no one wants to talk about it. Yet still we could rant and gallivant on white collar crime as news. Let mental health issues be the topic on social media, and I guarantee 100% or your money back. These posters get the less views. And yes, you might say, he's spitting facts, let him cook. To that I reply, there's a W chat, by the hook or the crook. The Oxford Dictionary describes mental health as freedom of illness or injury related to the mind or the occurrence within it. Now for me, I feel like that's several things to list, so let me see if I can name all within a minute. I don't want to lie to you, I kind of like forget the rest.
You listed all in a minute.
I mean, I try to remember because I didn't come with the intention to do that piece. I was thinking of doing a different one. So
okay,
yeah.
So what were you thinking of doing?
One of the most recent ones that everybody liked.
Which is what?
Is called Garden of Peace.
The Garden of Peace.
Yeah.
And how many verses is this?
It's one, no chorus.
You keep it short.
The beats were short.
All right, fair enough. All right, just go ahead. Garden of Peace.
All right. Have you ever been too uninspired to pick up a pen, messed up a good job, and lost respect from your family and friends? And the women that you dated started moving so different because you went from not taking L's to looking for M's. You see, they're looking for him, and you not. Capital N-O. Top boy, if you ain't stacking your P's. You get the memo? This question one got me in the upper field like Uweno. Thought this the master trap, but this is only a demo. See, this is the voice of reason and the one they know as batters. Taking the time to address the issues of what matters. How my nation moving forward, yet the country going backward. My brain starts isolated, my thoughts be kind of scattered. I can't afford to go back home if I can't pay no bills. Rent due the 16th and still no money in the till. Work on it, pray to God that my cup will get its fill. Dollar bills in my bag and my books like logos at Flower Mills. No chorus, I a Horus on my focus. In this world full of bogus, trying to get myself a bonus. I'm Jonas, a peaceful gift from God to deliver in this opus. The onus is on me to pick myself up from the lowest point of feeling lack of inspiration. On my search for meaning, I came across this information. Affirmative action always defeats hesitation. I'm patient zero when it comes to bad credit and debt. I pay close attention and give myself a reality check. To my friends who put me on, I'm forever rapping the set. Cause all I can do is show immense respect. So 3 cheers for who's here, surviving to say the least. Going through your hardships to see the blessings increase. By saving the peace is how I purchased the lease. I flipped my unemployment and cropped the garden of peace. Thank you.
Well done, Ayabad. And so it's called Garden of Peace.
Garden of Peace.
You're a rapper.
Yes.
And I can hear the rap in it.
Yeah, everybody just tell me something.
And I keep wondering what it's like. How do you know how to rhyme? It just flows like that?
Yeah. Freestyling does help.
You see the ending of the line or the next line to come so that you can just do the line before? How does it work?
It depends. It depends. When I listen to the instrumental, sometimes I will see how it's structured and like write the song according to that, or sometimes I'll just be going off of vibe or feeling I get. Yeah, so.
And automatically an appropriate words falls in line?
Yeah, sometimes. Or I would try to keep one rhyme scheme right through, but recently I've been trying to like, I would do 4 bars, one rhyme, 4 bars, another rhyme, and continue it like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a pattern to this. Yeah. Have you ever thought of taking your work that you've either rapped or you've done a spoken word and put it into a book, an anthology according to Ayabad?
I have not put it into actual writing as yet, but I've thought about it. I actually want to do more work so that I have a catalog of all my stuff. And I recently gave a friend of mine some advice too, because they're also artists, and I was telling them they should incorporate their spoken word into their artistry, like with their rap as well. And it hit me that I should probably do the same.
Take your own advice.
Yeah, correct.
But I'm serious. You should at some point really compile it and publish it. You know, yes, you publish it through your singing, your rapping, but there are other methods by which people can still get the message. You know, those who may not necessarily be attracted to rap might be more open to take up a book and turn into pages. And so to be able to get the depth of who you are and to understand the messages that you're sharing, that's why I'm looking at different avenues for us to receive your messages.
Understood.
So you got to do it, man.
Yeah.
You got to do it. When you decided you want to do all of this, and your mother, it's always the mother, who said, you know, Antonio, that is not something, don't waste your time with that, and on and on. Did you get that? Yes.
A bit. It was more so a little more encouragement and support, because she saw that I was doing something good.
Eventually.
Yeah. At first, I would say nobody really like saw any usefulness in it, because even my father was at one point in time was like, why are you wasting all this money getting to the studio and like you don't making nothing from that? And then it's only know that, you know, after years pass and the delayed manifestation now coming through of all the hard work being put in. So I would say at first when you starting out a project, if you don't believe in it for yourself or the group of people that you started out with, then it won't take off. It will just stay right there. Yeah.
You have to remain committed to it.
Correct.
And committed you are. How old are you now?
I'm 30.
30?
Yeah.
You look much younger than that. That's good. Keep that up. Keep your sanity, young man.
Yeah.
And keep doing what you're doing, but take my advice if you can. Just publish some of your work as well. That I think is also another avenue that people hear your message.
Correct.
So don't just be too one-tracked. See the other avenues to get your message out as well. I wish you all the best with your future endeavors. Keep writing, keep speaking, keep lending your voice to what's happening, the conversation in our community indeed. And because you do it so very well.
Thank you.
All the best to you, Antonio.
Before I go, can I say one thing?
Sure.
So for those of you who are not familiar with me, you can contact me on IG at my handle. That's who_is_Barbados. That's WHO_ISBADDERTZ. And all my music is on YouTube and other streaming platforms from Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, the whole list at Ayabad. That's IYAH_BADD. Thanks again, Pearson, and have a good one.
You're welcome, young man. Thank you. He's powerful too. All right, folks. He's just the wall. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
A look at the news now. A strong warning to Barbadians who sully Barbados' good name while seeking asylum in Canada. It comes from Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Kerry Simmons. He says some people who have gone to Canada as refugees are reaching out to him for help because they are now facing difficulties. However, the minister has this message for them.
Every case that people do this, they are now doing serious injury to the reputation of the country. And they do serious injury to the confidence that the Canadian government can have in Barbados. And it is perhaps people see it as a personal privilege to be able to try that, but it is also a serious consequence to the wider Barbadian community and the reputation of Barbados as a jurisdiction. These are some of the things that people do, the games people play, but you know, on one hand, you can't ask for government to be helping you and protecting you when you have difficulty overseas, when you yourself do injury to the country overseas for your own narrow personal ambitions.
Moreover, Minister Simmons says there has been no mass deportation of Barbadians from the United States as U.S. President Donald Trump continues with his promise to deport illegal aliens. He says he has given instruction that a dossier be prepared for anyone who may be returned from the United States. Minister Simmons notes that it is effectively the best practice going forward and will be implemented for all Barbadians being deported from any country.
We want to be able to have sufficient advanced knowledge of who it is that is coming back. We want to be able to be sure that if that person needs assistance with housing, that we're in a position to deal with that. We want to be able to be sure that if that person is deported in circumstances where they have a criminal record, what is the nature of the criminal record, how serious have been the crimes and the criminal offenses committed, and therefore that enables us to do the kind of national security considerations that we must do in order to ensure that that individual is not just reintegrated into the society and we do not know what they are capable of or have done or what connections they have, but rather that we manage the reintegration process in such a way that they do not become a threat to the wider community themselves.
There is no scarlet fever outbreak on the island. That's the word of President of the Barbados Association of Medical Practitioners, Dr. Linda Williams, who is reassuring the public that the contagious bacterial infection is not spreading across the island. Last week, Chief Medical Officer, the Most Honorable Dr. Kenneth George, confirmed that a student from Gordon Walters Primary was admitted to the intensive care unit and was diagnosed with a rare case of scarlet fever. Dr. George advised that the public remain calm as investigations continue and the diagnosed patient is receiving treatment, and Dr. Williams is adding her voice to his appeal.
There's no outbreak of scarlet fever in Barbados. There was one patient who was admitted to hospital under suspicion that this was what they had, and they're being treated appropriately with antibiotics and have pretty much recovered. Scarlet fever is not a new illness. It is a very old one. It is basically the complication of a streptococcal infection in the throat, and what people would have known years ago as strep throat. It is the visible rash manifestation of that infection. In the antibiotic era, it's very rare to see cases of scarlet fever, but it is still possible. There is nothing new. There is no outbreak. There is no reason for fanfare. Antibiotics are the treatment. Patients make almost 100% recovery.
The Alliance Owners of Public Transport wants to be included in transportation arrangements for Cropover and Carifesta 15. Chairman Roy Raphael says the representative body for public service vehicles wants to be included in the National Cultural Foundation's Transformation Transportation talks as it relates to major national events.
It appears to me every year I have to be making a public cry out to the National Culture Foundation to include us in their transportation talks. I mean, there's over 800 public service vehicles, over 2,500 taxis in Barbados, right? And we have a number of persons coming in for Cropover and various events. I believe, though, that the National Culture Foundation should sit with us every year. We continue to try to have a discussion with them. Sometimes when our members go to the event, they cannot part because no provisions was made. I'm saying this year, I would like the NCF to reach out to us. We attempted to reach out to them again. We have not had a discussion. We're hoping that they would.
Well, the NCF has acknowledged the importance of collaborative planning for major national events and recognizes the essential role of transport providers in ensuring their success. To this end, the NCF says it has already reached out to the Director of the Transport Authority, Ms. Ruth Holder, requesting a meeting to bring all key transport stakeholders, including representative bodies such as AOPT, to the table for discussions surrounding Carifesta. Now to sports. West Indies bowlers have put the team back in with a chance to win the third test against Australia. At stumps on day 2 of the day-night test match at Sabina Park, the Windies had reduced the Aussies to 99 for 6 in their second innings, thus an overall lead of 181 runs with 4 wickets intact. So the scores in the match: the Australia 225 and 99 for 6, Cameron Green 42 not out, and Alzari Joseph so far has 3 for 19. The West Indies 143. John Campbell top scored with 36 and Scott Boland took 3 for 34. Day 3 starts at 2:30 this afternoon with live coverage on MCTV channel 308, and you can listen to ball-by-ball coverage on 94.7 FM. That's our news. Until now, we'll have more news coming up at 12 noon here on CBC TV 8. Mornin Barbados is back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let me walk up on you. I'll give a damn what your ex-man do. Is a brave zest. Girl, bring your crew. Everything clean and sticky like glue. So everything set and the jump pull through. We a girl active, active, active. Let me get active, girl. Activate, activate, activate and mash up in here. Active, active, active. Let me get active. Activate, activate.
That's Spinny and what Spinny does. Spinny does what Spinny does so well that Spinny is in huge demand. As a matter of fact, next week, Sunday coming up, there is a CPL Health and Wellness Day at the Usain Bolt Complex. And so Spinny joins me right now. Spinny, good morning to you.
Hi, good morning.
Good. Before we get into that, you're just back from St. Lucia.
St. Lucia.
It had roadblock.
Yeah.
And you were part of it?
Yes,
yeah,
I
because
was.
I saw it all on social media. How was that for you?
That was really nice. That was really good. Of recent, I've been traveling a lot. I think the week before I was in Antigua as well. And to see like how all the other countries are, we jokingly say how they're doing spinny fitness now, where the guys are coming out and they're doing like the aerobics, but they're fusing walking up a lot more into it, and the girls coming out and they're responding to it. So most of them are going like, well, why don't we bring the person who originated this and let them experience the real deal and see how it goes. And touring the Caribbean has been beautiful.
And I know you never dreamt that this was not going to be a part of your journey in fitness.
To be honest, when I started, the intention was to always go international with what I do, because anything that I do, I always put my best foot forward. I don't know if you could recall, years ago I was in a group called Spin Puching, and the group, we used to tour as well. So having a taste of that had my mind open to how much more is out there in the world. So
packaging. Let's talk a little bit about packaging, because people do it.
Yeah.
People do what you do, but you do what you do better than a lot of them.
Oh, okay.
There seems to be a focus in your determining how you approach your form of exercise.
Yeah.
So talk to me about your thinking about packaging yourself.
Okay, so for me, it was basically like, when I went and did my certification and everything you do have like a blueprint, have the basics. So once I understand the science behind anything, I can then expound on it and go a little more to the left, a little more to the right. The term cultural cardio is because this is how we like to behave, this is what we enjoy. And for me, if I can make fitness fun, you wouldn't realize that you're doing it. So people will come and be having a grand time, and when they check the smartwatches now, they realize, whoa, I burned 600 calories and I did not do that. But if I was to tell you, go and run 2 laps, you'd be like, man,
not me.
Man. But if I tell you, dance, do a few reaches in between, some squats in between to still build the legs and you know, shape the bum and stuff like that, people really enjoy that. So it's just about, again, branding, packaging it, putting a good product out there and letting people know like this is no jokey thing, this is a serious product. And if you taking yourself serious, if you don't take yourself serious, no one else will.
And so seriously people are taking you. You had a call up to Fusion on the weekend.
Yeah,
I saw mature people get up and working out with you.
Yeah, that for me, like, that was like, you know, I do stuff with the children.
Yes.
I've been to Q in the community already, but this would have been my first time at a big people's party. So when I got there, I saw everyone was sitting down, it was clapping. The most people would do is wave and stuff like that. And I'm like, wow. Mikey's like, no, you're going to rock in there. I was like, you sure? Mikey's like, yes, you are going to rock in there. So when I came out and I saw everyone get up and everyone was fully enjoy, like, that feeling for me personally, like, everyone is saying you did a fantastic job, but that was an overwhelming feeling for me. Like people go, man, I don't know why you're still surprised, but for me, like, it's like, wow, I'm in the Prime Minister's house doing cultural cardio. Like, that was a big deal.
Yes.
That was a big deal.
And the thing, I mean, we're watching a little bit of the reaction by the people to you at Fusion. And so here it is. You're not an artist. You're not a performer. You're simply...
well, people overseas actually, they label me.
Artist.
They label me as an artist. They say, like, your major strength is your entertainer first, your delivery, like, you have this energy about you that draws people to you. So even if you're not participating, you still enjoy what's happening, the way how you put people up, the way how you make people feel great about themselves. There's so many things that goes into, like, I was recently doing sessions in Malta. I did not even know of Malta. I had a flight, 8 hours one flight, then 5 hours another flight to come and do a session that's for an hour. I've been to France this year also, been to Martinique. Those countries, they don't speak English.
Yes.
When I asked how many of you can speak English in here, 4 people put up their hand. how many understand? 8 people. I'm like, wow. But everyone participating, everyone saying how much of a grand time they had because they find ways to translate all their messaging to you. And for people to be bringing cultural cardio, those are the places that would have surprised me. I would have been thinking like the normal, the Canada, the USA, the England, but then when they go places like Malta and Martinique and France in Paris.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing.
That's great. So there's something very special about you. So special, the CPL for 2025 has hooked on to you.
Yeah, I worked with the CPL in 2024, and they said they were very happy with the work that I did. So they came back to me this year and they were like, yo, we are making you our fitness, our health and wellness ambassador. Nice. So, yeah, so here I am today. So to speak on the upcoming event on
health and wellness, and this is happening on the 20th of July, which is this coming Sunday.
This coming Sunday, yes.
So talk to me a little bit about what one can expect when we come to the Usain Bolt complex.
Okay, it's starting at 12 p.m. It's going on till 4. I will be there for the entire time. I will be doing sessions in between. Also, I'll be a full day for the children, the full family to come out. I'll be taking photos, I'll be having conversations, any questions on fitness, any questions on life, anything, because as a fitness instructor, you are also a therapist.
Yes.
You understand? Then there'll be loads of stalls, people, blood tests, that kind of stuff. Like, it's going to be an amazing day. The Royals cricketers will be outside.
Oh, nice.
I understand Haley's Matthews
will be there.
You know, the ladies captain, and it's going to be an amazing day. I'm going to tell everyone try to get there because it is absolutely free. It's not every day you get to see myself for free. There's not every day you get to go do all the different tests and things for free. Like, you do not want to miss this. You're going to have cancer screening, you understand, like hydration and nutrition hubs, like loads of educational stuff, blood donors area, wellness and recovery corner, diabetes awareness and screening station, like full works coming out. You know, anything that the CPL does or is a part of is going to be big, it's going to be major. And speaking on that, I also want to speak on the step challenge CPL will be doing this year.
Oh,
because,
tell me about that.
Yeah, because CPL is making sure to play its part in our health and wellness. And today is always the best day to start if you haven't started already. So the step challenge will be happening in all the territories that CPL do. And at the end of the challenge, like whoever gets the most steps will win an award. And one of the prizes I can truly say is some sessions with me as well. And I will be competing in the step. I know guys like Darren Sammy and those will be in the step competition. And I'm real competitive. I ain't letting nobody outstep me. So when more details come on that, I want to encourage everyone to join the competition because it's all about us doing better and going forward. A healthier lifestyle leads to a more comfortable lifestyle, and we all want to live long and we all want to be healthy. And no better way to start, and CPL is here to make sure that everyone gets the nudge to go in that direction.
CPL wants you to have a good time, but have a good time healthily.
Yes.
And so this coming Sunday at the Usain Bolt complex from 12 noon till 4 is when we begin the process of getting ourselves all revved up and ready for a whole season of CPL cricket. We're going to almost every day. So you got to be fit.
Yep,
we're going to be trotting to the stadium, so we got to be, well, the gym, you know what I mean, the oval, so we got to be fit.
Yeah.
So all of this is happening. So high energy day of fitness, wellness, sports activity. Know your numbers by coming for the screening, which is absolutely free of cost, cancer screening and the cancer awareness booth. The hydration and nutrition hub is there so that you hydrate. It's important that we hydrate. Sports and agility zone. A lot of us age and so we lose our agility, guilty as charged. And so we want to be able to get ourselves fit and going again. And so there's going to be a sport and agility zone where you need to understand where you are in terms of your agility. Then you know what to do. Spinning will be able to guide you on that. there's a blood donors area. We also have to be our brother's keeper.
Yeah.
And so the giver of life blood is something that they're encouraging you to be able to do when you're there. So if you are already a donor, perhaps this event is a good time for you to be able to come over there. So there's a blood donors area there at the Usain Bolt as well. Health and wellness recovery zone. When you get a little tired after a spinny experience, we can help you recover as well there. And get to know more about your where you are as it relates to your sugar intake. Diabetes screening will be done. And there's also a diabetes awareness session as well that will be given to you. So all of this happening, you said it's for the family. Children are also encouraged to come
for everyone.
along.
There will also be like cricket
demonstrations
and stuff like that. So
throw a ball.
And then we'll be playing games and stuff like that. So
yeah,
like it's full day. You know how CPL goes about their stuff. Cricket, health and wellness,
and fun.
Yes, and fun.
And I mean fun. All on Sunday coming indeed. Spinny, thank you.
Thanks.
I know it's going to be well subscribed. I know a lot of people, I mean, just say Spinny and people turn up. So Spinny will be there for sure. Spinny will lead the charge. And so he wants you to come and join with him on Sunday at the Usain Bolt complex. Remember, it starts at 12 noon and we go until 4. But the day is yours. The day is truly yours. They will be sure that when you come, you feel the difference when you leave. Indeed, the Barbados Royals team will be there. So come meet the stars of the Barbados Royals team who will be participating in CPL 2025 as well. All the best to you, Spinny. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thanks
welcome,
for
buddy.
having me.
We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
If I could count every grain of sand on the beach, wouldn't be more than every waving hand in the street. Yeah, please pardon me if I don't know your name, but I know the face. Last time I saw you, you was in the middle jumping up, having a time. I could see you winding up that waist from miles away. On a truck singing a song, you know every line to it. And I can hear you when you call. Hey, I may not remember your name, but trust me, I know the face. I know the face. Hey, I may not remember your name, but trust me, I know the face. I know the face. Hey, you look familiar, I just can't tell you from where or when. All we is family, it don't matter. I know you're my friend. Might forget your name along the way, okay, but just in case, I know the face. I know the face. If I could track every foot that chick down the street, would trace it back to a fact that I was in, yeah. It's all on me was stay outside the gate and they let me in. Last time I saw you, you was in the middle jumping up, having a time. I could see you winding up that waist from miles away. On a truck singing a song, you know every line to it. And I can hear you when you call. Yeah, I may not remember your name, but trust me, I know the face. I know the face. me, yeah, your name just slipped me. I just can't remember at all. Don't make no difference once you're right here with me. Just stay right here with me. Let this moment sink in your heart. Last time I saw you, you was in the middle jumping up, having a time. I could see you winding up that waist from miles away. On our truck singing a song, you know every line to it. And I can hear you when you call. Hey, I may not remember your name, but trust me, I know the face. I know the face. Hey, I may not remember your name, but trust me, I know the face. I know the face. You look familiar, I just can't tell you from where or when. All we is family, it don't matter. I know you're my friend. Might forget your name along the way, okay, but just in case, I know the face.
Listen to me, listen to me. You see that song? I love that song. I know every word to that song too, indeed. Marvin is here.
Good morning,
buddy.
Mr. P-Boy. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning, everybody. Positive love today.
I think without a doubt, everyone who listens to me already knows I'm perhaps your biggest fan.
Yeah, and you're not lying, because I've been here for years and years, especially as I was reminding you the other day, my father used to tell me, boy, Pearson, you got a good Pearson, a shout boy Pearson, he'll be playing you all the time.
Yep.
And as I was telling you off air, just know, like, I mean, that is priceless to me.
Thanks,
that is everything.
You know why? I think your music is so well crafted, not just lyrically, but structurally in terms of the music, how the music matches the lyrics. Every single song of yours. And so somehow they mirror my experience as well. So
I
immediately
love that. I love that. So you identify.
Immediately.
I love that.
Immediately.
I love that.
And so that is for me very, very special. But I think you also are very clean in your approach to what you do as well.
Wow, perfectionist, yeah. Every little syllable, every little note, from the intro to the end. Like I gotta make sure if there's a word that needs a plural on it with an S, you know, because that S matters.
Must be heard.
TH or duh or th or ma or mo. Mu or ma, like I really because to me it is down forever. You know, there's no coming back and say wait, hold on a minute.
That's right.
I may not remember your shoulder blades. You know what I mean? I may not remember your eyeballs. You know what I mean? Like you have to have that word and have that melody for the rest of time.
And so here we are, Marve. You came out as an artist. Suddenly you were heard and you were seen. And I remember one day thinking to myself, who's this man? Because I'm hearing this voice that sounds, and you have a vibrato that I like, actually, by the way.
Right?
And so the vibrato caught me, my attention. And he could sing if he could handle that vibrato in that way. But I realized that at that point that you have a lot of range to your voice. Are you aware of your voice?
Yeah, a little bit more comfortable now.
Talk to me.
Yes, painfully. I don't like to be, I don't know how to put it. I am only as good as the moment now. When I was much younger, I used to sing more falsetto, vibrato, R&B, Boys to Men and whatnot. And then, funny enough, there was a time when I was 16, I stayed with my father, and he had a bunch of old Jackie Orper records and Bob Marley records, and at the time he had Fred Hammond, Yolanda Adams, Kurt Franklin, and I started to scream down the Wanstead Gardens house, because I started to really learn the difference between and
yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
And it really started to emulate the runs and the directions and the wavelengths that they had. So it was not until Red Alarm though, which was a few years later, which was a reggae band that I performed around the circuit, where I then had to present it with drums and guitars and everything going. It's like, what's going to happen to sustain it up there? You know, where you singing like a Barrington Levy, Vice Versa Love, you know? And at first I really thought it was screaming, man. I can tell you, like, anybody out there who is trying to transition and think you can do it, you can do it. Trust me, because I did it. And if I could do it, you could do it too. But it really is just hearing the vocals, hearing yourself in other dimensions, from a whisper to the loudest possible. So once you get with a loud band, especially that's where you find people who are in church, it's easy for them because you immediately have to go,
You got to project. You have to project
you
hard.
gotta just and believe in it. And
Yes.
practice makes perfect.
Indeed
Practice
so.
makes perfect. But yeah, I am painfully constantly to me. If I can't hear what my imagination is giving me, I would get very upset. I like because I am following it too.
Yeah.
I might fling the ball out, but I'm not sure where the ball gonna land. So
I'm with you. I'm with you.
For me, I like to be surprised too. Like, okay. I like the surprise of it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I won't be doing it. It's my play toy. So yeah. So if I need to project. If I need to whisper. You know what I mean?
Because you're storytelling.
The story is in the melodies.
Indeed. And that's the beauty of the whole thing. I listened to you just now. I thought, gee, you sound like me. My team will tell you. No, my team will tell you. I plan, but when I sit here, that spontaneity starts. So though I had some ideas to where I want to go with you, Marvin, in this conversation,
I see that.
I listen to you.
The best of you all do that, yes. And I'm studying media all the time. Free form, like there is a structure. You know, there's only 7 minutes to the segment or this information, but you know, just like music, you know the notes you want to hit.
Yes.
By the time they say and commercial break, you know. Yes. So and that's an art.
It is indeed, and so you've
chefs have it, painters have it. Everybody who even Spinny who does exercise and whatnot is all about the notes. Perfume, they actually call it notes in perfume. The musk and the so it's all about the milestones you would like to achieve. What was the connectivity points?
Do you have a particular passion about the songs you sing?
What do you mean? Particular passion? What do you mean?
You don't sing in every song. You're very particular in how you select the songs you sing.
Well, it has to be, especially because you will be repeat singing the song, it has to take me somewhere for the 3-4 minutes and tell a story.
Right.
Because when I first started, I was so nervous. I didn't want to be in front of people. So what I told myself and still tell myself to this day is just focus on what you're saying. What is this song about? Vice versa, love. You know, please give a helping hand, Oja.
Right.
You know, antidote. You want something to smile about life. Know the face. If I could count every grain. And so from that first line is the story.
Right.
And usually the inner human being will be like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what. but as you do it, as you perform more and more, all I really did was to start to converse about what I just sang or I'm about to sing about. But when I first started, I remember there was one time with Buggy Nakente at Jumbies a long time ago, and the band stopped, and I just stared at the audience like, hello, good night. I don't know what to say. They went, play something, play. And it really, from then I started digging at it. So, okay, what are you going to do with this nervousness? What is it? And every single time, if y'all were to say sing right now, and I was nervous every single time, what is this song about? And that is is a conversation just with melody.
Yeah.
Right? So then, you know, push and go through. Like, and as the song comes on.
2020.
As the song comes on, and you hear it, even if you're in a bad mood, like Push and Go Through is one that a lot of people really cite to me as impactful, right? And for me myself, I could be in a down mood or moment. From the time I hear I immediately start thinking, I never see so much obstacles before. I got to pray some more. I got to try and forget about it. I never say I'm perfect. And from the time again, goosebumps now, because then it's not even about performing anymore. It's about yes, please.
Yes.
And yes, I fall, but I gone again. You know, see, my journey will never go in vain. No, that is why we have to push. And it just so happened I'm singing it, but it is a testimony. It's a testimony. So I really am grateful for it. It keeps me alive. I'm grateful for anybody, whoever, like yourself, who pressed play on 1 or 2 or 10 of my songs and got anything from it, because it is like, we are bonded. Music is a bonding language. Like, there are people in China that could listen to my music, or, you know, so to me, in the moment that we both press play, we are the same. Just like you say, you identify. So although I'm the creator or one of the creators of the music, we are now on the same level. Because once it's out, it's yours. It's pure sense.
That's right. That's
so
right.
As you are hearing Push and Go Through, waking up, putting on your tie this morning and standing in the mirror and spraying, I am also with you. You are with me as I'm coming out of whatever bad space, you know. So to me, the music, just like a movie, we all watching together, you know, is a synergistic experience, and it takes away the individual and causes the group to realize, you know, we all the same. We're going through the same foolishness. You know?
That is such an interesting perspective. You've entered many we've entered you into many competitions because the judges determined that you'll make it through to the semi-finals and into the finals of Sweet Soca. Yeah. But you never won. Did that bother you?
No, I did not, and I get that question all the time, and specifically about the first year where Edwin would have won For Home Sweet Home.
Yes.
And I want to tell you, like, my answer I give people is, the fact that somebody says, man, Damien, man, Marvin, man, I had you to win that, man, the thief you, the rob you, man, you should have win that. The fact that you are, first off, you know who I am, you like my song, you supported me at the event. You scream and get on about a bushy part. I don't win. Because what, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you didn't know who I was. You didn't care about, my music didn't touch you. So the fact that you are coming up to me and saying, even mentioning my name in the same sentence as Edwin Yearwood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have already won. And that specific year, I actually came second.
Yes, I remember.
So to me, I sometimes I do come down on myself that I'm not competitive enough or something. Like there's this thing like that's because I don't get jealous. I don't view people as something I need to conquer or eclipse. I view it as an inspiration. I view it as like, okay, like I like how that is a nice tie person have. I can have a tie like that too. Not take off that tie. I want your tie.
I want it.
Right? I want yours. I love how I look on you. I want mine it too. So for me, no, the winning is the moment somebody. The winning is at La Femme this weekend when Claire let me know that her daughter in 2020, 7 years ago, sorry. Yeah. She showed me a video. Her daughter is now 11 years old. When her daughter was 3 years old on a Kadooment Day, and for some reason, the daughter was dancing to Push and Go Through, and I stopped and bent down and sang. Wow. So the winning is a Claire coming up to me 7 years later and saying, I love your music. Wow. Look, let me show you when you dance and sing with my daughter on Spring Garden that year. The winning is, wow, the music touch you. The winning is Pearson. Dancing just now at 7:23 just now in the morning to know the face. The winning is, yeah, Damien, I had that song as my ringtone. Call my number right now and check. Call my number right now and see. And they call you. You want something to smile, and they did not put it on because they knew they were going to see me. Yeah. So the winning is that the music has reached people, connected, and I feel like I have much more work to do, much more songs and ideas and storylines and human emotions to connect with and more people to connect with. So that's the winning. Of course, yes, the winning is also the gigs and the money and being able to provide for yourself and whatnot. But to me, my purpose in the end, nobody ain't gonna know about my light bill or the car. People can just hopefully that day that you pass, play every song I ever did ever, and something in there should touch you. Hopefully.
Wow.
That's the winning.
The winning. There's another winning song. I want to introduce that to you in just a moment. Take a break and we'll be back in a bit.
Smile about life. Think of every tribulation that you get through. Take a wine on the side now. Enjoy the vibes. Soak up every little moment. Cause when you think about it, you don't know the next man's story. Sometimes we try so hard to fet away we worries, just to clear your mind inside of every line. That's how the thing designed. For how long now? There's a place where everybody goes, in a bed where all the friends them close, where drinks and music is the antidote. That does fix it. That does fix it. I could forget it all. I could forget it all. Forget it all in here. Forget it all in here. I could forget it all. I could forget it all. Forget it all in here. Won't think about it.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed...
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
From sun up till sun goes down, they know me name. Been doing this thing from young, ease only pace. Today I ain't slowing down, come challenge me.
He is very tipsy there. You see the shot on top of the roof, the bareback shot on top of the roof? Drunk. I was so tipsy, yeah. Listen, I don't really drink now.
I remember that part of the final. Right there that we were watching. No, that's not the fun. We saw the video.
All kind of things.
And
like
I was doing commentary.
Yeah.
I said, because you chose a different route to sing that final. You remember?
I mean, in terms of the
we know the song as is, but like most artists, you decide I'm going to interpret it as slightly differently.
Oh yes, and especially when you have the opportunity and the ability to play with like the band. Like I really respect all the musicians. Like when you get a 15-piece group of people, like you better start doing some key changes.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because when you get an opportunity like that on a stage like that to create a little bit more, what you like to call cinema, a little bit more theater. You know what I mean? Like you might start, if I could count every grain of sand on the beach.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Like
yes.
pull it out a little bit more instead of 3-4 minutes and then.
But there's an expectation of the audience to have the original song sung. How do you respond?
Man, they will get over it. If they like the sound, they will love that iteration of it. And if you do it smart enough, you play with it, and then you give them what they expect. You don't just turn it into some polka music or something, some kind of Swedish garage band mix. You know, you don't just completely strip it apart, but you definitely it will be recognizable. But you put on different clothes on top of it. You know, put on a new little tie and little suit. You know what I mean? Like,
and I agree with that.
You must change it up.
I was talking to you off camera about some of my other favorites. Whitney Houston was one.
Yeah,
and the magic of Whitney Houston was she never sang the same song twice the same way.
Right.
It's because for her, every audience is a new message.
Yeah.
They receive it. So
literally, the space between every time I walk into a new event, even if there was one at 7 and there's one at 7:30, was the space, was the breath, What's the roof?
Right.
What's the people? How are they moving? Who else is on the show? How is the DJ playing? What it smell like in here? Is it open air or is it with a roof? Is it cold? Is it hot? On and on is immediate change, you know. It could be two people in front of you.
Yeah.
That's two human being Homo sapien brains.
Yes.
With 4 eyes and 4 ears.
Yes.
Who have sentient ability to know this is bare foolishness and I'm not connecting with it. I'm going to the bar. Who's this again? I'm Arabian. I don't know who that is. Like you have to, it is all in the moment. And yes, sometimes it's at the detriment. Sometimes people say, think me like Mikey Helsmeyer, one of the producers. Big up Red Boys also and Rhythm Section. Scott Galt, Red Boys and Rhythm Section with Damien Neblett. Mikey does not like when I deviate too much.
Right.
Especially a sound like Antidote. I was speaking about it with TC the other day where Antidote or Push and Go Through, it becomes so gospel-y that I cannot help but fly off into different parts of the globe. And all I could say, the same thing as what I said before, where the changes, you give them it recognizable, but you have to do something different each and every time. But you don't stray too far away. But yeah, I much love artists like Whitney and whatnot. I grew up on artists like that who led the way of teaching me it's in the moment. Right? This is why I love jazz. Because a jazz player does not necessarily know where it is going to go. It needs to be kinetic and free flowing. So yes, but just like yourself, as we said, you would know this segment is going to finish at this time. The band is expecting me to do this here, there, and there. So how do I swim and have fun in between that? That's all. That's why you feel such a sense of triumph at the very end when it's the last note and it's like, yeah, we just get through that hopscotch together. Because it's like hopscotch, you know what I mean? It's like a maze, it's a puzzle. So I don't know how much, I guess it does translate to people how much that puzzle piecing is going on. And it is such orgasmic feeling.
I can imagine.
It is for real. I don't know, it's too early in the morning to say the sentence everybody says what you relate being on stage to or doing music to, right?
Understood.
But it is orgasmic. It is really, when everything comes together, it is the best feeling in the world. And you feel so secondary. Yes, people then applaud for you, but I find myself always give it up for the band right at that moment, because this was an army, this was brought to you by a group. This was brought to you, even if it's a track and me and not a band. That's Mikey and Scott, or that's Mikey and Neblett. That is a whole orchestration of sounds coming at you together with my vocal. You know what I mean? So I always give it up for when the puzzle pieces land, fit, and land at the end. And then it's the next song. And then the next song, and the next song, and the next song. And you gotta do it each and every time. Yeah.
And so the next song now is called Sweet Potato.
Look at that
Sweet Potato
segue.
for 2025.
That was a segue. I didn't even plan that segue.
There was a few weeks ago on 94.7 FM. I was just holding on because one of the officers was on holiday.
Yeah.
And I took the trip down to Mikey Mate's studio. And he said, Pearson, your boy Marvin just sent in a song. You know he had some London. So I said, in the system yet? Good. Dashed straight back to 94.7 FM.
Dashed, he said.
Yes,
Ran.
I literally did.
Could have tripped and fallen.
Well, thank God I did it.
Right.
Pulled that song up and it was immediately on the air. I didn't need to hear it to get a sense of what it was about, because I know that once Marvin delivers, Marvin will deliver. And so
I appreciate you saying that.
Out of it dropped this Sweet Potato.
The Sweet Potato drop out the bag.
What a time. So talk to me a little bit about Sweet Potato this year.
Sweet Potato is a playful agricultural adventure. It is a quirky, soca true crime. It's a true crime.
Yes, I heard it.
Saga, right? It actually was conceived when I was actually digging sweet potatoes.
Really?
Yeah, which every time I say is like, you're not lying, it's the actual truth. And I always go back to the moment where, because I love that rock emotion when you're down, yes. I actually love that rock emotion, like, and the sense of victory and joy when you come up and it's this it's big and juicy and ain't got no rap bites in it. Oh, correct. Lovely. So yeah, it went from potato, just a melody that went with the words, that went with the action. And before I know it, it was like potatoes. When she catch me, sing. Oh wait, What do you mean when she catch me digging potatoes? Oh, when she catch me digging potatoes. So are we talking about predial larceny here, Damien? Or are we talking about something else?
Something else.
So I started to play with it, wake up 10:30 Friday night, I look into XYZ and depart. No time to break, so I take up the rake and the shovel and I gone for my fort. But she was hiding, because I was lying to timing. I didn't see she at all. So I back out the gate and I hit the highway as fast as I can to the farm, looking for the right vegetable for the night that I can get something from. Scheming, creeping, I was deep in. I didn't see she. But in 2 I look back and see she round the corner, searching for me, oh gosh, looking for me. Have my hands there on another what? But I didn't blow my cover. She was all over me, right? When she catch me digging potatoes, right? So I really like the bridge now is summing it all up. I should have never left my house that night.
Yes.
If it had fallen my mind, I wouldn't be in this mess at all. This predicament here, I've been in before, where one smart end up at two smart door. A tragedy waiting at the ending every time. When she catch me digging potatoes. So I really like you, as you start doing the thing, you're not sure how it will turn out, but when I listen back, I'm like, I can actually see the movie in 3 minutes and 8 seconds.
Yes.
I could see the Lifetime movie. I could see the episode of CSI, right? You know, where CSI Miami, which had the most outlandish husband and wife, you know, crimes and violence. But I'm very proud of it because I love the turns of it, and I love much respect to Garvey Griffith. Garvey I started calling Garvey my musical AI because when I get to that bridge, I just wanted it to go somewhere else.
Right.
And he really took it, to anybody who understands, he went from the E flat major to the E flat minor and then bring it back, which to me, back to what you said before, dressing up what you did in a different way, but still making it recognizable. So, yeah. Much respect to Jadon Knight from Big Show, Backgrounds, who came to me and said, I know where that bridge reminds me of. And he said it was the We Are the World Michael Jackson verse. Where it goes, and I'm down and out, and then down and down and down, which was not my intention, Jadon, at all. But I actually call it, Garvey and me started titling it. It's funny that Jadon said it feels like that. I started to title it Michael Jacksoning. Wow. And it's something I want to do more. Like, I'm aware of the theory, and I work with great musicians who are aware of it, so why not play with the theory? You know, like when you got Wave or Google Maps, and you could get from here to home, but then it's also turn right, and you know, and it can give you a route that you never
before.
There's some back roads I don't know about you. I live in Barbados, and this weekend I just found another in St. George, another neighborhood I had never seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
Never went down that gap and saw that neighborhood and knew there was a neighborhood down in there. So when you get a good musician and y'all get together, you could go, wait a minute, hold on, use the B flat. We could go to the B flat and then come back. No, you know, so it's a pleasure, because I didn't go to school for it. It's a pleasure and an honor to be able to find this more microscopic ways of tickling people, of trying to, without them knowing why they're being tickled.
And that's the beauty of Sweet Potato, because you listen to it on one surface and you hear the farming.
Agricultural adventure.
Purely agricultural adventure. Yeah. Then you listen to it on another surface and you hear something else.
Yes, yeah.
And that's
the debauchery, the adultery.
Which is intentional.
Yeah, the intentionally man do wear foolishness. He deserves to get trouble.
And that's the beauty, that is the cleverness of what you've been able to craft. And so while you were just having wonderful time digging your potato and enjoying the rhythm of it, here it is, you stumbled upon a piece that has all the mystery to it.
Yeah. I was fascinated by predial larceny at the time. Fascinated. Not sorry to cut you off. Just what really started to spur it was hearing some friends speak about times in their past that they did do it, and I just was like, you ain't afraid you get shoot? Like people get shoot for what you're talking about. Correct. And just I can imagine the caper, the mystery, like a movie, like for real. Like, so you what kind of vehicle you using? Hold on, you on foot? Hold on, are you using a flashlight or your phone light? Because you are out there in the dark. Yes. How much money you will get from something like that? So I became really infatuated in listening to the just the story behind that. Right. So then I just married the two different stories together. Sorry, I cut you there. So sorry. You were going to say.
It's your story. And I mean, I'm fascinated by your story. And so here it is now. We have another big hit. Another big hit.
Appreciate
and so for you, is it always, I have to do another? I have to do another?
The second the one is done, yeah.
There's another.
Yeah, it has to be. You're only, my saying is you're only as good as your next song. Not our last song.
Okay.
You're only as good as your next song, because you could do a massive hit in this year and then not connect. And it's not even about the hit, you know. It's about I could connect with this whole double entendre beautiful thing with Sweet Potatoes, but how fleeting was it that it came while I was actually doing Sweet Potatoes? So it's all about living life in a way where you are absorbing, right, Pearson, Boyne, Thai, Yellow, Mornin Barbados, good morning and morning. No, they have a morning song already. What is my Mornin Barbados song? You know, to always follow the spark of curiosity. So I never know if that's going to become a nice song or not. I might leave here and decide, and we'll never do Cassandra did a beautiful vocal for that, and that's the theme song for that forever. You could get in your own way at any point in the process of production.
Right.
And life could get you in your own way. So you're only as good as your next ability to construct a 3, 4, 5 minute thing for people to feed on, to have as medicine.
Marvin, they told me I've been here talking to you real long. I never felt it.
Yeah, I appreciate it though. Honestly,
it's always good.
Honestly, and it's a real straightforward. It just happened to be on TV. Yeah. I appreciate that. It's a straight
not a
conversation.
problem. I thoroughly enjoy this indeed. So folks, the song is called Sweet Potato, Marvin. Simply call your radio station and request it if you haven't already done so. If you haven't heard it today, ask them to play it today for you indeed. And so go on, it's online, right, Marvin?
Yeah. On Spotify, on Apple Music. Yeah. Thank you everybody for ever playing a song, and I will see you on the outside.
He'll see you on the outside. We're back in a moment.
Sweet potato. Wake up 10:30 Friday night, I look into XYZ and depart. No time to break, so I take up the rake and the shovel and I go for me far. But she was hiding, cause I was lying to timing. Nah, I didn't see she at all, so I back out the gate and I hit the highway as fast as I can to the farm. Looking for the right vegetable for the night that I could get something from. Scheming, creeping, I was deep in. I didn't see she, but in 2 twos I look back and see she round the corner, searching for me, looking for me. Had my hands lay on another, but I don't blow my cover. She was all over me. No, when she catch me digging potato, sweet potato, she tell me bring the hoe. She tell me come bring the sword. Yes, she catch me digging for potato, sweet potato. She tell me bring the hoe. She tell me come and bring the sword. I say I was lost and I duck down on the ground.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get...
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
And that's it for today, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. My little crew joins me in wishing all of you a great today. Be it the will of the Lord, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get